Hey friends, how are you guys doing today? I hope you're doing so well and very excited for today's video. I'm going to be covering what I sold this last weekend on my Poshmark, my eBay, my Mercari, and my husband's Poshmark as well. And this was one of our best sales weekends of all time, if not the highest. I didn't go back and check, but this has got to be right up there if it's not the highest. We sold almost $1,000 this weekend. We sold 21 items, and I'm going to go through each and every one of them with you guys today and share with you guys exactly how much I paid for these items, as well as what they sold for, what our cut was of our sales price after those platforms took their fees, and then actually how much money we made at the end of the day. So I love these kinds of videos. I find them to be very helpful, especially as a reseller watching to see what brands sell. So am I sharing all this information with you guys to make you jealous or feel bad about your sales? No, not at all. I am here to share what brands are selling for me, what's moving for me, so hopefully that will help you guys too, because there is definitely enough to go around. So I have 21 sales I'm going to share with you guys, and this is just covering this last Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So that would be what, March 12, 11, and 10, okay? So let's jump into these pieces and cover almost $1,000 of sales. And we're going to move pretty quick because I've got lots to cover. So I scooted over to the side and we're going to jump in. You'll see pictures come up on the screen of those pieces that I'm going to talk about. So the first thing that I sold was this pair of Steve Madden boots. So these were a Lucy knee-high chunky black leather boot. Super cute. They were in a size 8.5. I actually got these in the bins. So I got these in the bins months ago, actually. I was there with my mother-in-law in Indiana. And then these have just been sitting in a death pile for months. And so the other day, Giu and I were taking pictures together, and I took pictures of shoes, saw these, and I was like, why have I not listed these? Listed them, and then a day later, they sold for $48. So from $48, we made $38.40. My cost of goods that trip, I think, was around $1. So I paid $1 or maybe $2. I'm not sure if I figured it by shoe or by like the whole pair. So right around $1 or $2 to make $38 of profit. So I thought that was a really great pickup. There actually were a few pairs listed and they weren't moving, I thought, at least from the looks of it. And so I was really interested to see that mine actually moved really quickly. So I was happy with that sale. And then this next thing that sold is another recent pickup, which is very good. I like to move these things quickly. And I feel like the longer I'm in the game, the more I know what will move a little faster. And that's what you want. You don't want things sitting for months. So this was a pair of Everlane straight cropped pants. And these were in this really pretty bone color. And these sold for $45. And I think that they I think they made that offer to me. I got these at a Goodwill the other day for I think $4 or $5, and then they sold for $45, and then we made $36 after Poshmark took its fees. So that's about $32 of net profit at the end of the day. And again, this is something I just listed. I've been having a lot of what I call Starbucks days, where I go into Starbucks in the afternoon after filming or doing whatever else I need to do in the morning, and then I just go and list. But it's fun for me. I put on Taylor Swift, I talk to my friends that are the baristas, they know me by name at this point, and I get a chai and I get to just sit there and list. And it's like a fun way to do work, so it works for me. And so I just listed those two things at Starbucks the other day, and they both sold already. So $45 and a $48 sale, not too shabby. This next piece is another recent sale. I picked this up at my little church thrift store I like to go to here in Maryland, and it was this vintage Y2K Polo Ralph Lauren lined Harrington jacket, and it was in a size 3XL, which is a great size, and it was a really nice jacket. And their jackets at that store are $3 unless it's on a sale day, so at the most I paid $3 for this. And since it sold for $40, we made $29.98. So $26 is the least we would have made from this at the end of the day, net profit. And at the other end, I guess we could have made $28 because sometimes their jackets are $1, but it's hard to keep track of that for me. So again, good amount of profit margin on that piece. Next up is this J. Crew linen blend black scalloped skirt. This is just a small sale, but those small sales will add up eventually. It sold for $16, and then we made $10.78 at the end of the day. I got this on a half off day at a Goodwill, and so I believe I paid $2 for this skirt. So I made only $8.78, which is not a ton, but I had that for months too. So I was just happy to move that, and it was a small piece. I don't pick up a lot of skirts anymore. I only pick up skirts if they're really unique or by a brand that I know. I have really kind of shied away from them. I just feel like they're not super in style unless they're very like specific styles or brands. Like So for me, I just usually skip that section. But that time I picked it up because it was linen blend. But this next piece is so pretty and it moved really quickly. It was this Bowden wool blend winter peacoat, and it was this gorgeous like berry color, this purplish, pinkish, reddish color. It was in a size 10. And shockingly, it sold twice in the same day. So it first sold on Poshmark. So that's the one I sent out. It sold on Poshmark for $52, which is a little sad because I think maybe I offered that to them. So I made $39.58 after Poshmark took its fees. But then later on, I literally had already sent it out and I hadn't deleted it off my other platforms with Vendoo yet. And it sold for $55, or I got a $55 offer on Mercari, which would have given me a lot more in profit just because they take 10% less than Poshmark does. So that's a little sad, but I still made a good amount on that coat. And I think my cost of goods that day was like $4 or $5. So I made a good amount from that coat and it moved really quickly. So I would be on the lookout for Bowden jackets. I don't normally pick up Bowden outerwear or find it, to be honest. So that was exciting. And then we have this Tignanello bag, and I got this in the bins. This was me trying out this brand really for the first time, and I've had it sitting for a long time. It just sold for $28. I made $20.38. So that's a good return on my investment. For things like in the bins, I'm usually paying around $1 to $1.50 per item. So for this item, I mean, that's still $19 that I picked up from a piece in the bins, which is good. But it did take a while to sell, and I don't know how I feel about that brand, that bag in general. I've only tried to sell, I think, 2 pieces now, although the blue piece moved a lot faster. So I would say if you're looking for like $25 to $35 flips, then I think that's a good one. Next one, also pretty good for a bins pickup. It's an Urban Outfitters cropped purple and black kind of cool streetwear crewneck sweatshirt. It's in a size large, and this one, again, had for a while. It feels like I've had this for a long time, but it did sell for $27 this weekend. So from $27, we made $21.60. And again, it was a bins pickup, so I made about $20 net profit at the end of the day off of that piece. And I've had a lot of interest in that piece, actually, so I was happy to see it move. And then next up is this Eileen Fisher Berry, this red, soft, and stretchy dress. It's in a size extra large. And a lot of times Eileen Fisher has really nice fabric content, and usually I can put that in the title and that will make it move quickly. This one didn't have that. It was just kind of a normal array of fabrics, but it still moved for $40. And from $40, I made $29.98. My cost of goods, I got this at 2nd Avenue for about $3, so $26 of net profit at the end of the day. And this actually went to Indianapolis, Indiana, which is, you know, where I'm looking at moving this summer. So that was kind of funny to me, but I like to sell Eileen Fisher. I move a lot of Eileen Fisher pieces for $40 to $65. So it's definitely a brand I never sleep on. And sometimes it takes a little bit of time to sell, but this one actually moved pretty quickly. I just relisted it and then it sold like that. So again, this is your friendly reminder to relist your items. Next up, Lafayette 148, a red sleeveless cotton zip front dress, another good size 14, and it sold for $52. This piece, I don't even remember. Did I get this at Goodwill or 2nd Avenue? I think at the most I would have paid $7 for this. I just can't remember this piece at all. So I think that I had this sitting for a while, but it sold for $52. I made $39.58. And then if I paid $7, that's about $33 of net profit. So a great sale. And again, Lafayette 148 is one of those brands that is so expensive retail. And then sometimes it just doesn't sell for a ton on the resale market, which is sad. But I think that was still a really good sale. I'm happy with 52. And then we have this J. Crew pink floral wrap dress in a size 8 that sold for $30. I made $24. I think I had it listed at $30, so it must have sold out, right? From $24, got this on a half off day at 2nd Avenue. I paid, I think, $2 for this dress, so $22 of net profit. Then another bin sale, this Hugo Boss T-Chup t-shirt. And it was in this gorgeous color. It was such a nice shirt. And I had it listed at $30, and then somebody offered me $15 today. And I decided to just accept that and to just move it on because I did get it in the bins. So I thought that was a good flip. It was pretty quick. From 15, we made 12, and I paid $1, so $11 net profit. I could have held out for more, but I also could just accept it and move it and make more room for other things. So that's what I decided to do. And then we have this Ralph Lauren, this khaki denim jacket. This is so cool. I got this in the bins, guys, which is so amazing. And it did sell for $32. And so from $32, we made $23.58. I just feel like we lose so much money when Poshmark takes its fees. It's very upsetting. But from that, I paid about $1, so $22 of net profit is still good. Then I have 2 eBay sales. Let's do those next and then do the rest of the Poshmark sales. As you guys know, I sell mostly on Poshmark. I just like that platform the best. That's where I have the most things listed. I'm trying to work on upping my listing game on Mercari and eBay again, but it's a little bit of a slow go. So 2 sales on eBay. The first one is this pair of Eileen Fisher 100% silk pants, this gorgeous pink color, size medium petite. They sent me an offer for $35, which I think I had listed at $50 or $65. So it wasn't exactly a great offer, but at the end of the day, I'll make $28.88 after the fees and shipping and all of that. And these sold actually on a promoted listing too. So that's upsetting, but I got these, I think at 2nd Avenue for like $2 or $3. So I made about $25 off of those pants. And then the other piece that I sold on eBay, was this Free People Sahara jumpsuit. And this is a piece I literally listed and then sold within a day, which is great. It's this amazing size large jumpsuit. It was missing its belt, but I found this in the bins while I was at home in Indiana, and it sold, somebody offered me $40. After everything, we'll make $34.14, and I got that in the bins, and my cost of goods I think was like $2. So $32 off of that jumpsuit, and that was a really quick flip, so I was really excited about that one. That was a great sale. And then we have one thing that's sold on Mercari. Mercari's just been like everywhere for me right now, but it is the only other Barbour piece I've ever found. So I've sold a Barbour like puffer coat not too long ago for like $90. Great sale, moved like that. This I've had longer, and it finally sold on Mercari. It's this Barbour red quilted zip up hooded sweatshirt jacket in a size 8. And this sold for $55. So I made $47.40 at the end of the day, which is a great amount to make from a sale. And some of these sales that I saw on Poshmark, I'm like, wow, maybe I should get these over to eBay and Mercari just because I feel like I lose less money, but that's just where my business is right now. So those are my Mercari and eBay sales. Let's pop over back to Poshmark and do the other half of the Poshmark sales, because I did move quite a bit on Poshmark this weekend, which I'm very happy with. 3 sales off of Poshmark and then 18 sales on Poshmark. So I'm happy with it though. This one that I sold is this new without tags Free People Vibe Check one-piece jumpsuit. And this was in a size extra large. I actually bought this in a Posh show. Right at the beginning of Posh shows, I was watching some of them and making some good purchases to resell, and some things I kept for myself. This was something I thought I was gonna keep for myself, and then I ended up just reselling because it didn't look good on me. But it was this amazing jumpsuit from Free People, which I think is really cute, just wasn't like me. And so I bought this. I think I sold this for $70, which is great. From $70, we make $56. Now, with me paying for it and then also shipping on Poshmark, I think at the end of the day, I made maybe $20 in net profit, which is still profit, which is great. But would I buy a $30 or $35 jumpsuit again off of Poshmark to try to sell it and then only make $20? No, I wouldn't. I would much rather spend $1 or $2 and have much less risk and then just resell from things from the bins or a Goodwill near me. I don't know. That's just kind of how I feel about it. It does look like a great sales price though. That's how it can get you sometimes when you're comparing yourself to other people's businesses. I sold something for $70, but I also paid, I think like $20 or $30 for that jumpsuit plus shipping, and like, it just wasn't worth it at the end of the day. Then we have this embroidered Philadelphia Phillies t-shirt. This was a bins pickup. I pick up these kind of sports pieces all the time, and this one sold for $22 in a size large. We made $17.60, which is $16 of net profit. Love that. Bins pickups are the best. And then we have an amazing sale. This thing is such a good sale. And I got this at Uptown Cheapskate. This was part of the Dollar Thrift Challenge. So this piece has been sitting for a hot minute. She has been around town, if you know what I'm saying. I've had her for months. And so to get a $170 offer was chef's kiss, you know? This is a new tags for Love and Lemons Tahiti ruched little mini dress. It was in a size medium, had puff sleeves, gorgeous, really cute dress. Finally sold for for $170, which is an amazing price. And this is what is helping us have a really good sales weekend too. That one piece that sold for almost $200. And from $170, we make $136. I got this at Uptown Cheapskate using only the $1 thrift challenge money, so I have no out-of-pocket costs. I started with a single dollar. If you guys haven't watched that series, it is such a good series. I'm working on bringing back something very similar, so stay tuned. But I started with a single dollar, and then I bought one item to resell with it, and then flipped it, used that profit, and kept on buying and buying items until I hit $1,000. And then I also had a closet full of pieces I bought with a single dollar. Such a good concept. So that came out of that fund. So that means this is all profit. So $136 of net profit on that piece. So good. It's hard to beat that. I'm sure you'll see that in my monthly recap at the end of the month, but that was a good one. And then the next sale, we have 3 more. If you guys are sticking with me, like, thank you guys so much. And make sure to hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. Next up is this Ivy Park cropped hoodie with logo arm in navy blue size large. It sold for $27. And it sold to somebody whose name is my name too, and spelled the right way. So like, that's kind of fun. I don't not often find people that spell their name like me. But after Poshmark took its fees, we made $21.60. This is a piece I picked up at 2nd Avenue. I believe my cost of goods that day was $3-ish. So probably about $17, $18 of net profit on that piece. Not a ton, but still we're moving it, you know? And then this was a fun find. This is a pair of Doc Martens, and these were vintage brown leather distressed lace-up Oxford shoes in size 9. These I also got in the bins. This is why I love thrifting. I picked up, I think, 4 pairs of Doc Martens the same day in the bins. All of them in rough condition. I used some of my Doc Martens Wonder Balsam on them, and they all looked so much better afterward. These are the only ones that I still have, and I sent them out today. They sold for $55. So from $55, we made $41.98. I have $2 into those shoes. So we made about $39, $40 at the end of the day, which is amazing. They did take a little bit to sell, but I knew Doc Martens always sell for me. If not right away, then eventually. And it's just one of those things where leather sometimes just needs a little bit of conditioning, a little bit of TLC, and then you can still make a good amount on them. So that's one of those cases. And then the very last thing I sold was not a piece of clothing, actually. It's this hydro flask. This is a 16-ounce wide mouth in mango with a flip lid. I got this at 2nd Avenue, actually, for I think $2. And we sold it for $30. So $30 from $30, we make $24. So I made $22 on this water bottle. And this is a thing, like, water bottles are so easy to store for me and so easy to ship that I like to look through the water bottles. I like to look through, like, looking for Starbucks tumblers, things like that. But hydro flasks, I've actually sold 2 hydro flasks in the last month, both of which I picked up this last month, and they both sold for good amounts. The other hydro flask was a bigger size, but it was in fog, which is like a light purple, and both of these pieces were like more unique colors, and they sold for upwards of $30 each. So the other piece I got for, I think, $1. So both of those were great sales. Unexpected to sell hydro flasks for that much, but they are very popular. And I have a Stanley also that I have listed right now. So like, you can't sleep on water bottles. People are really into them right now. The Stanleys are all the rage. So if you find those out thrifting, like, might as well look them up, you know? So those were the pieces I sold, 21. That was quite the slog. And there was a lot of brands in there, lots of good information. And hopefully this will help you guys too to know when you're picking something up if it's worth it for you. Because what's worth it for me might not even be worth it for you. Or maybe something that's not worth it for me is worth it for you. So there's just lots of different ways to make money doing this. And a lot of them, I mean, all of them are correct. There's no wrong way. There's no right way. It's just kind of figuring out what works best for you and for your life and for your business. And you can adjust it. You can change that along the way, which is really nice when you work for yourself. So those are what I sold. Now my plan is I just sent them all out the door, and I am going to go and list and get this video up so you guys can see what is going on over here too. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys liked it, give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. But I hope you guys are having an amazing day. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. And until the next video, bye.